Humans are so confusing. Oh my gosh. Like, what is wrong with us? Seriously. Here's why I say this. There's no way a person, this is in the context of a relationship. I should just put that out there. There's no way a person can pursue you for the sake of pursuing you. There's something about you that person has found attractive and that person thinks they need in their life. Now, I'm not saying everybody is a saint, because there's some idiots out there who just wants to pursue you for sex or money or status or etc. Yeah, but there's other good men and women out there who genuinely are pursuing you because they've seen a quality in you or a character in you that they figured, you know what, this seems like I can live with this. Like, she seems or he seems to be the person who I genuinely can love and live the rest of my life with. Yeah. So here's where the problem is. Why would you fake yourself to please people who don't really matter to you? Not necessarily to you, but please people who don't matter. Example, men have complained that it's hard to pursue women because they're in this thing called cliques, where if the clique doesn't approve of him, then that's it. He's not gonna get the girl that he wants. So you find a guy somehow has managed to pull one girl out of the clique and actually ask her out on a date, and she says yes, and the date goes well or badly depending, but the date happens and she goes to give a report to the clique. Oh, he did this, or he pulled out my chair, he took me to where, he paid for what. First of all, girl, why are you doing that? Like, seriously. Okay, I guess you want to share your happiness with your girlfriends, but be careful with some of your girlfriends, because those are the same people who go and ask you, okay, so how much money does he earn? Or does he have a car? Does he have a big house? Does he live by himself? etc. All these societal pressured questions. And then they talk you out of liking this guy who's actually genuinely a nice guy. And then you stop calling or stop calling back, stop texting back, even though you had a good time at the date, and even though you found out this guy is actually really pretty cool for you. And then because the girls have not approved his societal status to you, you can't date him. Like, why would you do that? Number one, why would you do that to your girlfriend if you can see she's genuinely happy that she's found someone who appreciates the queen that she is? Number one, what's with the jealousy? Number two, like, you can't be patient and just be happy for your girl. I don't get that. Why do humans sabotage each other all the time? Now this becomes a butterfly effect, because now the guy is hurt because he actually thought, oh, I've met someone pretty cool and someone I can hang out with and someone who I can see a future with, but she's acting all like an idiot. So he gets hurt and then moves on with his life. And you know, dudes talk, by the way. So when he finds someone probably in his circle or not, or someone he probably knows or not, who's pursuing you, and because he's hurt and there's a little bit of resentment, he'll be like, that chick, nah man, she's all about the money. You know, that's a perception. Because of your actions, by the way, you are probably not about the money, but because you listen to your jealous girlfriends over there, now you've had this brother, now he has this perception about all women everywhere, that women are just out for men's money. First of all, who told you? Why have you clustered us all in one box because you just had one bad experience? Really? Really, dude? Really? Like, why would you do that? Now, because one chick hurt you, all women are just X. And then it comes a point where both of you, male and female, figure a point where now everybody around you is getting married or getting into relationships, and you are just over there because you have your perceptions, because you can't be adult enough to have a conversation, you know. And this is the thing that confuses me. Why do we do this to each other? I mean, that's not what God intended for us. You get, we're supposed to live peaceful and in harmony with each other. It's written there in the Bible. Jesus has given us an example of how we're supposed to live and socialize and be in harmony with each other. But we complicate things. We complicate things way too much. And I don't know, something has just got to give. I'm just talking here about relationships, basically, because that's the more outstanding thing. But it trickles down to even something as important as your family or your work relationships or just friendships. You get, like, okay, I get the need to have a girlfriend around, someone to have a shoulder to cry on, or, you know, chicks are emotional, so sometimes you just feel down and you need a girlfriend to tell you, you know what, you got this, you know. But if you have a friend who all she does is put negative thoughts in your head or put societal pressures that are necessary in your head, then that ain't your friend, girl. You need to find someone else. Like, you need to find someone who will call you out on your bad behavior when need to, and you won't feel bad about it. Because if you do feel bad about it, okay, we're humans, you will feel bad about it, you'll cry for 2 seconds and then move on with your life. But if you cry for the rest of your life because someone has called you out on your bad behavior, then maybe you need to check your heart. Because we can't keep doing this to each other. We find this breeds broken homes and broken family. You find a broken woman meets a broken man, and because they were broken from a previous relationship, they hide their brokenness and fake it. And then they somehow manage to get to marriage, and then all the brokenness spills out because all the pressures that come with the relationship and marriage becomes too much for them, and they just blow up. And then you find two people who you thought would be married 60, 70 years end up getting separated only 2 years into the marriage, and you wonder, like, bruh, like, what happened? What happened? Someone taught me this. It's a lecturer of mine from campus, and she said, go to 1 Corinthians. Second Corinthians 13, the chapter about love, and it says all this thing what love is. Now, instead of putting the word love, place your name. Sally is patient, Sally is kind, Sally does not envy. And look at those things and say those things aloud to yourself and ask yourself, is Sally really patient? Is Sally really kind? Does Sally really not envy? God gave us free will to do whatever it is we please. Okay, that sounds kind of bad, but He gave us free will to choose good and bad. And we keep choosing bad when it comes to relating with one another. And that's so confusing to me, and I don't understand why. We need to check our hearts, and we need to really, figure out, okay, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be in this toxic relationship anymore because it's not helping me be a good Christian. You understand? Maybe I shouldn't be relating to this person because this person, for whatever reason, isn't improving my lifestyle. We need to be adult enough. We need to be human enough to tell each other these things so that we can live in harmony with one another. Yes, it will hurt. and some things that people will say will sting and will be painful. And that's why we have the Holy Spirit to give us grace, to open our hearts and minds so that we can listen and learn from our mistakes and not make the same mistake again, and not produce broken families and broken children and wonder why our life is so a mess. Think about it. Thank you for joining me in my corner of the interwebs. If you are not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button right below. It really helps my channel. And don't forget to share and comment down below. Tell me what you think about this, and like, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.